Good morning, friends, and welcome back to the Christy Crafts channel. Today we are working with the Lakeside Retreat Paper Pumpkin. It's the April kit, and it is masculine cards. Thanks, Dads, and Happy Father's Day, which is ironic since tomorrow is Mother's Day. But I have already finished all my Mother's Day cards, so thankful for that. And now let's start on Father's Day, which is in June. I'm not sure which day in June, but soon enough. So, and this kit is just perfect for this. It has all these outside, these beach, lake, the little cabins, so cute. All these masculine imagery that's just perfect for those. So, let's see what's in the box. So first of all, it always comes with step-by-step instruction. These are the three kits, the three cards that the kit design, the instructions will help you to create. And aren't those just perfect? And okay, so then when you open the box, here is the stamp set for this kit, and it has thanks, and then you have dad and son. You have a happy Father's Day, a happy birthday, older, wiser, better. You are a lifesaver, and you are an inspiration. These also could be good for retirement. And it has the little birds for the beach pictures, and just some really good images for masculine cards. Okay, so then it also has a peaceful pine. That's one of the new in colors. So if you don't have those, that's included here. Now, let me say, the kit subscription window has already passed, so you cannot get the kit. But you can get the refill kit. It's still available. As I'm recording, it's still available. But this is a really popular kit, so I bet this one might sell out fast. Not sure, never know, but I would go get one if you like these. So, but if you have a peaceful pine stamping spot or ink pad, that's the color that we're going to use to make our cards. Okay, what else is in here? Okay, of course we have our adhesive. We've got a roll of tear and tape, and then we've got some mini dimensionals, and then we've got some embellishments, and these look like little rocks. The embellishments. Isn't that cute? Perfect for these waterside card designs. Okay, and then our envelopes, they're all these clouded print in this blue cloud cover. Let's see what colors are used in this kit. Does it tell us? It should tell us somewhere. They've redone the instructions page, so yeah, here's the colors. Azure Afternoon, Balmy Blue, Cajun Craze, Crisp Cantaloupe, Gray Granite, Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, Peaceful Pine, Pecan Pie, Pool Party, Soft Seafoam, Very Vanilla. A lot of colors this time. Okay. All right, so then we have this blue panel that will go on the front of one of the cards. And then here are our card bases. Got these kind of mixed up a little bit. So we have these blue nautical color, the stripes, 3 of those. And then we have this one with this green plaid, which I love. I love plaid, but that green one is really nice. And then the other side, the front side, has this dock going out into the lake with a little boat. These are really nice. And then this one is a wood panel, which I really like it too. And then we have these tags. Punch these tags out. And these tags. Nice. And then we have a couple of sheets of die cut images. You've got 3 sheets of this little bicycle, the round cabin, little fish, life jacket, some oars, and this beach scene. and then this striped, and those are great. I love those punch outs. And then you've got these three sheets of these elements. This blue and this looks like pecan pie. This circle, that one's punched out already. So that's what's in the box. So that's the material that we're going to be making our cards with today. But I wanted to share something else with you. This, see if we can zoom out a little bit more. This paper pumpkin kit also coordinates with the Waterside Retreat. The paper pumpkin kit is called Lakeside Retreat, but the Waterside Retreat Suite, which is in the new catalog. If you haven't gotten a new catalog, message me. I'll send you one, or I'll go online to view all the new products. The Waterside Retreat Suite of products coordinates with this paper pumpkin. So once you've made your paper pumpkin cards, you can come in with the Waterside Retreat paper and add more. Now, I'm just going to show you the paper quickly because I'm not going to be making with this today. That'll be in a future episode, and so be on the lookout for that. But what you get here is this sheet, which has all these nice little vignettes. These could be, I mean, perfect for just a card front all on its own. See, this is similar to our card front for the Lakeside Retreat. This image and the cabin image, and then you have all these extras. And then on the back of this sheet is that blue print. It's a little bit larger than the card front print, but very, very similar. Okay, and then you have these fish. Those would be perfect for Father's Day or Happy Birthday, Dad. And on the back of that, we have this water print. I have some really great ideas for this. And then there's the bicycle that's featured in our die cuts. And on the back of the bicycle, we have some birds in, looks like green, maybe soft sea foam, maybe Lost Lagoon. Sure. And then here, this page, this could be great for a scrapbook page, or you could cut these down to use as a card front. The seagulls. Perfect. And then on the back of that is that green plaid, my favorite. I love it. It's a little bit larger than the card base. See, there's our card base, and that print's a little bit larger. These are just a little smaller. Okay, and then we have these life preservers and bumpers. Aren't these boat bumpers? You put them on the side of your boat to keep it from getting scratched up. And then on the back of that is that wood print. Again, our card base comes straight from that. So just a little smaller scale. And then we have these life preservers and oars on this sheet. Very nice. And then on that is another stripe pattern, which is good. And the colors are Gray Granite, Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, Pool Party, and Berry Vanilla. Same color scheme as our kit. So, and then also comes with these maritime dies. And these are bigger than I thought they would be, but aren't those cute? You could tie those onto the front of a card front. They're really nice. But they're not too heavy, so they wouldn't like impede your mailing. Those are nice. So that, and then there's also a bundle that goes with this. It's the one with the Adirondack chair. I did not get it. Relaxing Waterside bundle, and it's great. So anyway, go to the website, check out the Waterside Retreat Suite, see all those great products, and let's get to making. We're going to put together the kit cards. For our first card, we're going to use this card base with the plaid on the back and the dock on the front. And of course, we'll need an envelope. And then we're going to need this piece from our die cut sheet, the green plaid stripe. Then we're going to need the brown sign and the fish. Punch those out from our die cuts. And then we're going to need one of the larger rectangular square tags. And then this one, the little brown one with the, in the middle, the little lighter shading. So those are our pieces that we need to make our first card. And then we're going to use the Happy Father's Day stamp, little rope stamp, the You Are an Inspiration stamp, the sawgrass, and the little birds. So let's do our stamping first. So let's move all of our pieces to the side. We're going to stamp on these two pieces. This one, we're going to use the rope to make a top and a bottom, and we're going to put Happy Father's Day in the middle. And on this one, we're going to type You Are an Inspiration, and then we're going to do some stamping to our card front. And so I have pulled out my larger Peaceful Pine stamp set. This is one of the new ink colors, and it is the new magnetic ink pad. These are great. I love them. The side, it does just come apart and it just sticks, or you can put it on the bottom, which I think I will. To keep it out, I usually use it side to side, but we've got so many stamps, I think I need a little extra room. So I'm going to put that right there to the side. And let's do this first. We're going to use the little rope stamp. There's a little rope stamp in the kit. And we're going to get our ink, get that inked up. And we're going to stamp right at the top of our rectangle. Sometimes I can't get my words out. And then we're going to stamp at the bottom just to give it a little detail. There we go. And then we're going to stamp Happy Father's Day. Get our stamp all inked up. And we're going to stamp Happy Father's Day right in the middle. I do really like this Peaceful Pine color. I think it might turn out to be one of my favorites. Happy Father's Day. That looks so good. And then we're going to type You Are an Inspiration right in the middle of that brown tag. Okay. Kind of got my hand at a weird angle. I hope that's straight. Yeah. Okay, so there we've got that. We've got the You Are an Inspiration. Oh, look there. Got a little green on me. And Happy Father's Day. Okay, so let me get my squeegee out and clean these off. So they are ready for next time. Okay, now let's do our stamping on our card front. And so what we're stamping here is we're going to take the sawgrass stamp, and we're going to add just a little extra detail down here at the bottom. There's grass here already, but it's just going to add just a little bit more. We're going to put just a little spot right there, and then we're going to add some birds to our sky, just to add a little extra detail. So we'll put that right there. Sawgrass and cattails. That's what those are, cattails. And you could put another one over here if you wanted to. Our instructions don't call for it. They just call for the one. So I'm just going to follow the instructions on this first card. But, you know, as every time, you guys can do your own thing. All right, and now we're going to add some birds to this corner up here. Let's see, right there looks good. Happy little birds. Oh, I love them. Isn't that cute? I think I'm going to put some more. Doesn't call for it, but I'm going to. Just make sure to turn your stamp a little bit so they don't look the same. And our strip is going to go down here, so we might cover up a couple of these, but yeah. Isn't that cute? Okay, so let me close the ink because that's all our stamping. And clean off my stamps. Now we're ready to put this card together. So, first of all, let's fold it. Fold it on the crease, and we'll use our bone folder to really make it a sharp, flat card. Now, there's our card front. Now, the first thing we're going to do is take this plaid strip, and we're going to place it right up and down from top to bottom, right like so. And I've already put some dimensionals on here, so if you need to pause and do that, go ahead. Okay, and we will put that, just bring it in maybe a 1/2 inch from that right side. And it just fits right top to bottom. There we go. I didn't cover up my birds. Yeah. So that goes there. I'm going to turn it over on them. I would probably trim that bottom just a little bit because I don't want it sticking out. And it sticks out a little. Just a little hair trim there, that's all. Okay, now the sign is going to go, we'll put that on first. That's going to go right here towards the bottom. And you're going to want to put dimensionals on this side of your sign. When you turn it over, we've got dimensionals on this side. Because this has dimensionals on it, we only want to put dimensionals on one side. So we wouldn't want to put dimensionals over here because then it would sit crooked. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our dimensionals as adhesive on this side. And then you can use your tear and tape. If you have liquid adhesive, which is what I'm going to do because that's my favorite. I'm going to put a little bit of liquid adhesive right down this side. And that will stick right to that plaid piece. And turn it over and we will put that right. Let's see. It's all the way, almost all the way in on this plaid piece, but right there. And we'll make sure it's straight. There we go. And stick it down. Okay, and then our Happy Father's Day, you can put that on with tear and tape. I'm going to use liquid adhesive just because it's my choice. My adhesive of choice. And we're going to center that right on top of our sign. That's why I like liquid glue, because when I put it down, I have a few seconds to wiggle it into place. Okay, and then this piece goes on next. And I haven't put the dimensionals on it because we had to do the stamping, but it's the same. We're going to want dimensionals on this side, but not on this side. And that's going to center right on top of those little signposts. You could even put it below it since the color matches. It's pretty good, or right atop. So let me put a little mini dimensional right on this side. Maybe 2. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little adhesive on, liquid adhesive on the other side. Okay, and we're going to center it right over top of our Happy Father's Day sign. That look about centered? Looks pretty good. Stick her down. Now, we could put a little mini dimensional right under that end, and I think I will, just to keep it secure. So I'm going to take a mini dimensional and use my scissors. I'm going to scissor it between the two blades, and I'm going to scoot it right. Whoop, I lost it. Sip it right under the end there. There we go. Okay, and then our fish goes on. Same thing. And I put my dimensional on the wrong side. So let me fix that. It goes right over top of here. And so our dimensional goes on this side. Guys, this side. And then we'll put a little bit of glue on this side. We don't want our fish to be upside down, do we? And he goes right above this sign. And he does come down into it just a little bit. Okay, so there's all of our die cut pieces. The only thing we have left to add is a few rocks. And let me take my pick tool. And I'm going to add, let's put a couple here. These are just adorable. I'll put one there. I don't want it to be straight. Rocks are not straight. Well, I don't want it on my desk either. Right there. Get it in a minute. And let's put another one. Well, okay, right there. And then let's put a few over here by our, let's use this long straight one over here by this. Okay, let me look at the instructions and see how they place these rocks, because they've got 3 over here. Okay, that's what they did. They used, these kind of look the same sitting side by side, so bring this one over here. And then we'll put a long one right here. And there we have it. There is our finished card. Isn't that adorable? Maybe not adorable. Masculine. Handsome. Perfect for Father's Day. Ready to write your little note in there and send on its way. Oh, I really like these. So there's our first one. Now, let's make another. Okay, for our second card, we need, of course, an envelope, and we're going to use this blue striped card base. We're going to use this Misty Moonlight, I think. Yeah, Misty Moonlight panel, and that's going to get put right over our card front with dimensionals. And then we're going to do some stamping on this, and it's going to go right on top. And then we need the bicycle that we have punched out from our die cuts. And then we need 3 tags. We need this little white one. We need this green one. And this little wood looking panel. There we go. All right. So first of all, let's fold our card base and use our bone folder to crease our edge. Just makes it nice and crisp. Now we're going to put this blue panel right over the front. So I've already put dimensionals on it, and as you see, I'm down to my edge. So these are all edge pieces that I have cut, and I mean, you should waste not, want not, right? Okay, so I've got all of those. Yeah. There we go. Now we're going to center this left to right, and it fits right at the edges of the card. So it's just basically getting it centered. And then you could turn it up and there we go. So there is our card front. That is cute, cute. All right, so let's set this aside and do our stamping. So for this one, we're going to use the Happy Birthday stamp. Happy birthday. The older, wiser, better. Then we're going to use the birds and the sawgrass again with the cattails. So let's do our, and again, we're using Peaceful Pine. So let's do our tag first. Let's do Happy Birthday first. That's going to be centered right on that white. Get it inked up well. And we're going to center it right on this white, side to side and top to bottom. Nice, nice, nice. And then on our green tag here, we're going to use the older, wiser, better. I like that they added the better. Older, wiser, and better. And that gets centered right on there. And you do have some extra tags in your kit if you were to mess up, which is always nice for me. Okay, now let's go ahead and stamp the this. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the cattails on this side, and they are down into this grass just a little bit. I'm going to maybe like here and here according to the instructions. Okay, so I'm going to go here because we're going to put some of those little rocks on the other side under these cattails again. So there's that side. And then this side, maybe here. Oh, I love it. That looks so nice. Okay, and then for the birds, we're only going to do a little single bird flying here. So you can either put here's a little trick that I use sometimes. Grab a piece of Scotch tape, if I can get it. There we go. And then you're going to cover up your other birds. Now, we might have to have two pieces here. Yeah, let me grab another piece. Okay. Okay, we're going to cover up the other two birds. So now when we ink up, there's no chance we're going to get any ink on those birds. And we did clean it off last time, so there should not be anything. So you've only got your one bird, and now we're going to just go into the corner of our ink pad and get some ink on him. Just the lone little bird. And see if you see, can you see there? He's the only one that has ink on it. Now, you might have some ink on your tape, so make sure and take it off before you stamp. So we're going to get a little bit of ink on our bird, and then we're going to take our tape off before we stamp down. Because there is a little bit of ink on there, and if you just stamp down, it's still going to transfer. But now we've got all of that off. Dump that in the recycle. And we're going to put a little bird right here. Full strength ink, okay? And now, we still have a little bit of ink on our pad, so we're going to go again and make a little bit of a shadow back here. See there? And then we could make one more maybe down this way. Now, it's subtle, but it's really nice. There we go. Okay, so let's close up our ink pad. I just love these magnetic ink pads. I do. And let me grab my squeegee and clean off the stamps. And we are ready to put this card together. Squeegee, squeegee. Okay, now let's put our card together. So this is our card base, and then we've got this piece, and this is going to get adhered right in the center of our card. Now you can either put this on with tear and tape, which is included in your kit, or you can be like me and use liquid adhesive. And I usually just go around my edges and then squiggle down the middle. Squiggle. All right, and that's going to go, it is a little bit closer to the top than the bottom because our happy birthday is going to go down here. So let's make sure we're up just a little and not completely centered. And then we're going to center it from left to right. This is so pretty. These images are so peaceful, relaxing. I get it. Okay, there's that. And then we're going to put on the panel. Let me take a look at my instructions because I didn't. It just goes right down at the bottom here. I guess like a boardwalk. Okay. So it goes on also with tear and tape or adhesive. Just put a little squiggle. And it goes just right at the bottom of this piece. And that's just a nice detail. I'll bring that down a little bit because I'm in my grass. I'm covering up my grass. Okay. Now then, this piece goes on, the happy birthday goes on with dimensionals, and it goes just right here at the bottom. Now I want to place this before I stamp it down because this piece goes just over the top. So I want to make sure I'm able to get this where I want it. So that goes here. And the bicycle goes first because this is just over the tires. So let's put our bicycle on first. So I've already put dimensionals on. So let's unstick those. All right, and our bicycle then goes here. How's that? There we go. And then this is going to go on with dimensionals, and so we're going to put them towards the bottom because we don't want to come up over our wheels too much. So let me pull out the minis and go on this edge and this edge. And then I'm going to use this one kind of up a little bit. Okay. Now, the reason I did that is because it fits just like so. That mini dimensional in the middle will be right between those two tires. So unsticky them and put that down. Older, wiser, better. There we go. And now this one, let's stick some dimensionals on here. Use my little scrap dimensionals. Okay. There we go. And now this just fits right under here. Let me get it straight. theirs is over this way a little bit more. I wonder if... Okay, and the instructions, they have it all the way over. Can I move this? Let's see. No, I think I'm going to leave that there because I don't want to mess up my... It's fine. It's fine. It's just a little different, but it's still fine. Okay. And now let's put a few of these rocks on here. Let's put one here. Let's kind of put it under our sign. Whoops. Actually, I want him up a little bit right there. I'm going to put one of these long ones under just a little bit. There we go. Oh, I like that. And then we'll put one more over on this side. And there is our second card. Happy birthday. And if you have like a retirement stash, happy retirement in your stamp stash, this would be great for those too. So there's our second card, happy birthday. Okay, one more. For our third and last card design, we need an envelope. We need this wood panel card base. And we need this pecan pie circle with the edges. Then we need the cabin out of our die cuts. We need the blue sign. We need both oars. And we need a life jacket. And we need this rectangle, the larger rectangle, and this tag. And I think that's it. This might be my favorite card. I saved it for last. I mean, I love all of these designs, but this one might be my favorite. So let's move that aside. We'll fold our card. Use our bone folder. Okay, so there's our card front. And we are going to do a little bit of stamping on our card front. So let's get our ink pad ready. And we're going to use, for this card, we're going to use the rope again. The sawgrass with the cattails, and then we're going to use the thanks and the dad. Now you could replace this with sun, and if you don't have the kit and you're working with the refill and you just have the paper products, you know, you can find any square shaped sentiment that fits your needs. So what I've done is I've put the thanks and the dad both on the block together, and I'm hoping I may stamp that on a piece of paper. I'm hoping that they're not too far apart. I've got them shoved as close as I can together, so we'll see. So first of all, we're doing some stamping on the front of our card with this one. So we're going to take our circle here, and we're going to put it on our card front about where we want that to be. So that's going to be right there. And then, so these, we're going to stamp the grasses, and they're going to come out from under that circle a little bit. Now on this side, we're going to have the life jacket and the oars coming across here. So we do want this one to be kind of close to the bottom. This one, we want it kind of up to the side, maybe like right here, because our sign is going to be here and we don't want to completely cover it up. So we've got our placement. We're going to want this right here and right here. So let's ink that up. Okay, looks pretty good. We're going to put that right. Let me put my circle back one more time. It's going to be about right there. I move my circle. Again, doesn't have to be perfect placement. It's going to look great either way. And this one, we're going to put it down towards the bottom, angled up towards our circle. Just like so. Okay, and then we're going to stamp on this. We're going to use our rope again and stamp at the top of the bottom, just like we did on our Father's Day card. So we're going to just add a little detail at the top and at the bottom. And then we're going to take Thanks Dad. Now, let me get a little scrap of paper here. And make sure I like this before, because I can do them separately if I don't. So we've inked this up. Oh, I didn't get my dad. I didn't get my dad inked. Nope. See, it's too far apart. And I have this trouble sometimes. I can't get them close enough together. So I'm going to stamp them separately. So let's do Dad first. I'll leave that there and show you what I mean. So I'm going to stamp Dad. Get it inked well enough. I'm going to stamp Dad right here. There we go. Now I'm going to take the Dad off. Put the Thanks back on. Now I'm going to come at a little bit closer than they would allow me. So let me get that inked up. This is also how I get ink all over my fingers, because I like playing with my stamps. So now we're going to put Thanks Dad. There we go. See how that's closer together? I like that better. Now, stick Dad back on here. All right. Let's clean off our stamps. Put that out of the way. Clean our stamps. So they are ready for next time, and we're ready to put this card together. Okay. Okay, so here's our card base. And this is going to go on the cabin, the little cabin scene is going to go on with dimensionals. Let's pull our dimensional backs off. And we're going to center it right on our pecan pie piece here. Pretty good, pretty good. And now this is going to go on our card front with whatever adhesive you want to use. Seal. You know what I'm going to use? Liquid adhesive, yeah. So let's go right around that. And then some squiggles. Now, we do want to make sure our cabin is straight up and down. And then we're going to put this is going to go right over the edge of this one. Not necessarily that one, but this one, we want it centered left or right. And right over our, there we go. That looks pretty good. Is our cabin straight? It is. Little cabin in the woods on a lake. I would like to be there about right now. Oh, we forgot. Oh, goodness, I forgot something. I need the You Are a Lifesaver. I forgot to stamp this. I'm so sorry. Let's go back. One more. You Are a Lifesaver gets stamped right in the middle of this, this piece. This is Calypso Coral, I think. Looks. Okay, You Are a Lifesaver. And then we're going to put right in the middle of this. Yes. Whoops. Squeegee. Okay, now. All right, so this goes on top of our cabin, like right here. Centered right below the water line. And we're going to put that on with a liquid adhesive. or you could use your tear and tape. Seal, and that goes right up there, just kind of centered. Now we could put a dimensional right at the edges there, and I think I'm going to. So let me get a little mini dimensional. Take the back off. Well, maybe take the back off. Squeeze that in between my scissors and put that right under there. Yes. And one more. Take the back off. And put that right there. Yeah. I don't want that flying up on the end there. Okay. So there's You Are a Lifesaver. Now we're going to add our signs. We're going to put that on next. So we've got our little blue sign, and I have put dimensionals on the bottom. It will not need dimensionals on the top because we're going to put it there. It could use one in the middle. Let me grab I'm all out, so let me cut this edge up. And we'll put one right in the middle there, for sure. But first of all, we need to put our Thanks Dad on the top. So we've already stamped it, so let's put a little adhesive on there. Squiggle, squiggle, and then we'll just center it right on top of here. There we go. And that's going to go. Okay, we're going to take that off, and then we are going to put a little line of adhesive here, or again, you could use tear and tape. And that's going to go right here-ish. We want to go under that or right above it. I think right to it. That looks good. Except it's crooked. Hold on, let me straighten it up. That's better. You're a lifesaver. Thanks, Dad. Okay, now all we have to do is put our oars and our life preserver. So the oars kind of go crisscross here, right up into that sign. That's like the first one. Maybe we should put this one first. This one goes here, and this one goes here. Just like so. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this one on first. Just so I can get my placement how I want it. And that's going to go this direction. And then I'm going to put this one underneath. We don't want to cover up our lifesaver, but we want this down a little bit like so. Now, I like that. Now let's just put a little bit of glue here and here. Nice. And then our life jacket goes right over top of there. I think I need to move my dimensionals over just a tiny bit. Okay. Well, now they're not sticking well where I moved them, so let me put a little tiny bit of glue under there. There we go. Now they will. We're going to put our life jacket right over top of our oars, just like so. So let's put a little bit of adhesive here too. Now, we've got our life jacket and our oars on our card right where we want them. Thanks, Dad. You're a lifesaver. I love this card. Isn't that the cutest little thing? And we're not using embellishments on this one, and it doesn't need it. It's perfect the way it is. So here is our third card. Oh, these are so cute. Okay, so there's that one. Here is our second card. And here's the first one we did. So those are the 3 card designs in the Lakeside Retreat, the April Paper Pumpkin. These are just perfect and timely, and they coordinate with the Waterside Retreat Suite. And so go check that out on, if you go to ChristyCrafts.com, there's a little shop with me button. It'll take you right to the Stampin' Up site, and you can find the Waterside Retreat. I'll put a link down in the description below. Go check that out, guys. These are perfect for Father's Day, these summer masculine birthdays that are coming up. And I just love them. And I know you're going to too. So, if you have enjoyed this presentation today, go ahead and hit that subscribe and like button so you get my latest episodes. And I will see you guys next time. Happy Mother's Day and happy crafting. See you later.